Hello everyone and welcome back to another video in which I'm going to talk about The Sims 4. So in my previous Sims 4 video I've analyzed the screenshots and the renders which we've seen so far of The Sims 4, and many people seem to like that video, so I decided that I wanted to make another Sims 4 video. And of course, because I'm a building channel, I really focus on building in The Sims 3, and I'll also really be focusing on building in The Sims 4. I've decided to do some Sims 4 build videos. And then I decided that I would tell you my suggestions for the Sims 4 build mode, just so you know what I would really like to see. And maybe if the Sims team sees this video, which I don't really see as something that will probably happen, but maybe some people watch it, that would be amazing. And if you're watching, hi. But yeah, I just wanted to give you the suggestions I have for the Sims 4. And my ideas, and maybe those ideas can actually be put in The Sims 4, so that would be really nice. And to start off, one of the ideas I have is really something I've also said on my Twitter before, but really something I would love to see, and that is plant sliders. So plant size sliders, actually, to be clearer. Because of course in The Sims 3 you have different sizes of plants, and especially with the tropical plants you sometimes see me putting down tons of plants before I find the right one, and then I delete all the other ones, just because the size just changes between, yeah, it's just regular, or it's just not regular. And I would really like to see that you can just have a slider between the sizes of the plants, and then of course there is a range between how big and how small a plant can be. But if you just want a little bit of a smaller version of that plant, that you can get it, because now of course you have the smaller versions of plants and kind of the bigger versions. But it's just coincidence which one you get, and if you could actually choose yourself which size you would like to get with the plants, for example with using sliders, I think that would really make building, and especially building a garden of course, much easier, and I think that would really be a nice addition to the game. And also I would love to see plants growing actually, and that's more something for live mode, but yeah, also something you can just add. But you know that the plants grow, and that if people take a big garden, they have to take into consideration that the Sims will have to do gardening. So that would be a reason to take a smaller garden or smaller house. I don't really know, but I thought that would also be a nice addition. So those were the kind of the plant topics of The Sims 4. Let's see, I'm looking all the points which I've written down on my phone at the moment. And another thing is changeable window sizes. So you can actually kind of, just like with the plants, decide how big you want a window to be, and also make them matching with the doors, because that's really something that you don't see in The Sims 4, in The Sims 3 I mean, very often, but it would be very handy if we would have that. So if that could be added, it would be great too. And also maybe if you can change the size of the windows. So for example, right now you have those long windows which have the width of 1 square, and if you can just change it into 1, 2 and 3 or 4 squares, and that's just the max 4 squares, but you can change the shape and the size especially of the windows. I thought that would be something that would be quite useful for building. Also, I know this won't be in the base game, or at least in the beta version it wouldn't be, but create a style. I really think that's something very important if you want to be creative in The Sims 4, because I almost can't imagine not having a creative style, because I haven't played The Sims 2, I was kind of too young for that. I have played The Sims 1 by the way, but yeah, kind of strange that I did play The Sims 1 and not The Sims 2, but anyway, I think creative styles should really be a thing in The Sims 4, and I really wouldn't care if it would be a separate expansion and if I had to like pay $30 more. But then I would really like to see it coming out at exactly the same date as the base game does. because I really want to create a style. Also, I still want platforms to be in it, just like we have with The Sims 3 right now, because I really think that makes it easier and nicer to build, and also can make kind of a little bit thicker layers without using constraint floor elevation and wasting some of your valuable stories, which are only 5 in The Sims 3 and might be even less in The Sims 4. Though I believe, and I'm not sure, but something that I came up with is that the maximum of real stories is 3, but that you can add as many freezers and as many like constraint floor elevation half walls as you want. But I'm not sure about that, so don't listen to that too much. Also, I would love to see the create a world tool for The Sims 4, because as you know, or at least I hope you know, I'm building a Sim 3 world right now in create a world tool. And I would love to also make a Sims 4 world, because I really think that just adds a whole new perspective to the game. But yeah, I would really love to see that. Also, I think, and that's one of the most amazing things I think, and if that would be added, I would really love it. And maybe I also have some cool video ideas for that. But a multiplayer option in which you can play with 1 or 2 persons next to you. Well, not next to you, okay, I have to explain. You can play yourself together with 1 or 2 other people in one lot, and you can build a house at the same time. So kind of like a server with Minecraft, that together you build a house, and then like with, you know, on Skype you can talk and have your ideas what you would like to do. And I would really like to see that I could maybe do tag teams with some other YouTubers, and maybe also with my viewers, just building a house together at the same time. I think that would be a great experience, and I would really like to see that in The Sims 4. But yeah, I think that might be something very difficult to make, but I would really like to see that happening in The Sims 4. But we will see, of course, just like with all the other ideas I have. Also, I would really like to see shutters for the windows, just a small detail, but I think that would really make building a modern house in The Sims 4 much easier. Also, I would love to be able to make curved roofs like you do, or you can do in Google SketchUp, like you see me doing at the moment. Just really shaping it, and then maybe also using kind of a grid, but still kind of shaping the shape of the curved roof a bit easier than you can do right now with the create, or no, not the create, with the constraint floor elevation force cheat. And also, and that's the last thing, and I think that might be very irritating after a while, but maybe it would be cool if you could put on or turn off that function or that option, that you have to really think about the electricity in your house, so that if you place a television, that you actually have to put like a electricity point, which leads to kind of the main electricity point, and which then leads to the main electricity point of like the whole street. I think that would be something really cool and add kind of more of an in-depth idea into The Sims 4, but I can imagine that that's kind of difficult to make, and maybe it's also irritating, but I would love to just try it out, and it might also be kind of a new opportunity, and kind of how do you say that? Yeah, I don't really know how you say that. But anyway, those were my suggestions for The Sims 4 build mode. And this was actually kind of the first part of this video. Well, it kind of depends on you, but I was actually planning on maybe, if you have many cool ideas for The Sims 4 build mode, that I'll make a kind of a part 2 with ideas which you have for The Sims 4. And you can just comment those below, and maybe I'll put them in my Sims 4 suggestions for build mode video part 2. But only of course if I get enough ideas. But if you have any ideas for The Sims 4, it can be both for build mode, but also if you have cool ideas for live mode, I can actually also put that in a video maybe. So that is something I would like to ask from you. And also I hope you enjoyed watching this video. please hit that like button if you did enjoy it, and also if you have kind of a connection with like a Sims guru, please send it to them, because maybe these ideas will actually be featured in The Sims 4, which of course would be even better. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching it. Please stay tuned for other Sims 4 videos, Sims 3 videos, Minecraft videos, Google SketchUp videos, and that's basically it. So thanks for watching it, and I hope to see you back later.